All right, this is going to be Real Talk episode 11. And I'm just going to talk about some plans for the near future and probably for the foreseeable future, as well as some things that some Kim Goguen supporters have brought to my attention, or just things I want to talk about in general. So, without further ado, I'm going to get into it. So, what I definitely want to try to do is at least have one video up every day. I haven't figured out an exact schedule yet, but I definitely want to release one video per day at the minimum. Probably 2, 3, whatever. As many as I can get out during the time period that I have during that day. So if I have the time and I'm not doing anything, then I'll try to get those videos out. I also want to try to go live every day, but that's probably not so much in the near future. I already announced a stream that I'm doing tomorrow, the 22nd, on Thursday. For those of you that don't know, I will be live at 7. That's the time I'm going for, so I hope you guys show up for that. I'm thinking about doing a Christmas stream. I already said I was going to do a New Year's stream. I might do a Christmas stream. I'm not certain yet. I do want to get one more stream in between now and New Year's. So I want to do 3 at least before the year's over. But I do want to get to a point where I'm doing them every day, or at least 5 days a week. You know, I want to get on some kind of routine. I haven't done that yet. I'm still working out things in my personal life, trying to get to a point where I feel comfortable doing certain things. And yeah, that's pretty much it for now in terms of that. Now I want to talk about some things that certain people have said to me. People that say that they're Kim Goguen supporters. And, nobody's perfect. And no matter what community you belong to, doesn't mean you have all the answers or you know everything, right? Even people that watch Kim Goguen. Now, I will say my general experience has been positive with most of Kim Goguen supporters and followers. I have to admit that. And I genuinely do love and appreciate all of you. I enjoy most of the conversations. And you guys know that. And I think by now most of you know how I am. You know my style. You know what I'm about. And a lot of you understand that if you come and watch me, just because my video says Kim Goguen, doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to hear Kim Goguen or I'm going to say everything perfectly the way she says it. I'm not Kim Goguen. Like I had somebody, and this is part of the reason why I'm talking about this. I had a few people actually. They get confused with me and Kim. They think that I'm trying to be Kim or imitate her or something because I talk about her. I am not Kim, nor will I ever claim to be or try to be Kim. I am me. And the way I say and do things is completely different than she is. One major difference between me and Kim, besides our genders, right, is she's very controlled in terms of her attitude. Like she's very good at controlling her temper, and that's a very good thing, right? I don't have that. I'm telling you the truth. I'm very honest about that. I'm very short-tempered. I have a very short fuse, and it doesn't take much to get me going or set me off. But because I've had a lot of good people show up to the channel, I haven't had to really get crazy too many times. I've had a few times that I've had to do it. There have been a few misunderstandings with a few people, and I do feel bad about those, but unfortunately, everybody has a bad day, right? So if you catch me on a bad day and we have an argument, don't take it personal. I mean, I try not to do that, but if I'm telling you something and you're saying something that is wrong and you're insisting on it or you're being dumb about it, and I already told you what I told you, and you insist on being that way, there's not much I can do, right? There comes a point where I just lose my patience and I'm like, okay, this person isn't listening to me. And that usually leads to arguments, right? And I don't want to do that. I really don't. But I'll give you an example. I had somebody that I thought watched my videos. They've talked to me about certain things, and then they asked me questions about things that I was certain that they knew. And I was like, well, if you were watching, I already knew this person knew the answers to the questions they were asking me. That's why I got irritated with them, because I was like, I know this person knows this, but it's like they're trying to get me, like do a gotcha, like, oh, I'm gonna get you on this one. He's gonna slip up here. And I hate when people do that. I don't like people trying to put me in a trap or trying to trick me. It doesn't work. All it leads to is me getting upset with you, and then I unleash, and then you're like, oh, why is this guy upset? Well, you're trying to trick me, right? And I know you know the answer to what you're asking, because I've discussed this with you, and you've watched my videos on the topic, yet you're asking me again. And then I lose my patience, and I tell this person, I say, hey, go watch my videos. If you haven't been paying attention, pay attention, right? And then they get upset with me because they don't like what I'm saying. And one thing leads to another, and it goes back and forth, right? And it doesn't have to be that way, right? I could do a better job, right? I could control my temper if I could. I could try to control my temper. It's difficult for me. I'm admitting it. I'm not denying that. But at the same time, you also can control the questions you ask, or the way that you address me, or the way that you come at me, right? And if we talked about something and you know the answer to it, and you're asking me again the same thing that I already told you, it's kind of like, why are you asking me this thing again, right? And then when you get very negative and defensive because I told you to go research the information, then I know that you're just trying to mess with me at that point, right? So that's when it really just falls apart. But anyways, I just want to make sure that most of the people that watch me are very intelligent. They already know that when I make videos, I'm not trying to be Kim or pretend to be Kim, or that I can speak for Kim, right? I don't know everything that she knows. She knows way more than I do in terms of what she talks about, right? I may know some things she doesn't know. I don't know. Everybody has their knowledge, right? But I'm certain that most of the things that she talks about, she knows way more than I do about it. So I'm not going to be able to sit here and reciprocate word for word everything that she says, right? Or recite. I'm not going to be able to sit here and just, this is exactly what Kim said. I can't do that. Even if I talked to her every day and she kept telling me the same stuff every day, I wouldn't be able to do it. And I don't talk to her at all. I don't know her. So, it is what it is. But I can only be myself, right? So all I'm trying to tell people now is, if you come here to watch me for Kim, don't expect Kim. Expect me to talk about the things that she says and to give you my interpretation or opinion about it. And if I have some knowledge to add to that, or something I feel like, I could expand on, then I'll do that, right? But she does have her care chat. She does have UNN. So she already has places where you can go find her if you're just looking for Kim, right? Like if you just want to, from what I've seen, she's usually in the care chat a lot. So you can find her there. It's in Telegram. So if you go to Telegram, because I've had somebody ask me about this. If you go to Telegram and you put care, you should be able to find it. It has about 6,000 people in it. So look that up. And then there's UNN. I believe you can just Google that. I'm not sure. But yeah, if you really want to just see Kim, there's ways to do that, right? And that's all I'm trying to say. But if you come here, expect to see me or hear me, right? And I'm going to give what I feel is my version of what Kim said without trying to change anything, right? Without trying to change her words. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to be doing more contents tomorrow for the live stream. Please show up for that. That's going to be the main thing tomorrow. I'm going to try to put out some videos too. And we'll talk more about other things there. I'm definitely going to talk about Kim because that's what most people want to hear, right? And share where you can. Hit the notification bell. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.